I hated the cats. The cats with their rasping, delicate coughs and furbles, slinking about, haughty and cocky, not needing anyone else at all. How could any creature be so arrogant and superior and also tongue their own butt? I spent my childhood feeding them and replenishing their cat litter. I hated them. There were just too many of them all over the place. Nettie brought home strays and kept the small, ragged, lonely ones. And once she saw me kick a cat, she was horrified and slapped me and told me I would never grow up to be nice unless I treated cats decently. I did not want to grow up to be nice. I didn't share these particular thoughts with you. I expected you'd find them distasteful, so I told you I was kind of numb that I'd known this day would come, and I couldn't begin to tell you how much she, Nettie, meant to me. I told you that in the immediate aftermath of my parents' deaths, I was this little boy lost. She took me in and she found me again. I couldn't speak. I swayed from side to side. I peed in my pants. I bit other kids and stared too much. I sucked my thumb until the blood oozed out. In amongst soft red flesh, you could catch a glimpse of the shiny hard white of the knuckle. I can remember being comforted by the sweet, salty taste. But Nettie took care of me and made me feel loved. To heal me, she made up stories about the town, the cats, and me. And I listened, and the peeing stopped, and she helped me, and she never left me, not even for a holiday. She always threatened to leave the town, but she never did. She said she stayed behind for the sake of other people's cats and to entertain the attentions of an unwanted lover. When I was a child, I thought she meant me. And as I grew older, I noticed her spending much longer than usual running errands, picking up groceries and purchasing kitty litter. I realized there was someone else in her life. Who loved Nettie? This was one of those intriguing questions that bothered me more and more as I grew older. Like, where do cats' eyebrows end and the rest of their fur begin? Who loved her? I had no idea. It was one of those questions I thought would never be answered. On the trip to Nettie's funeral, it was good to have you there beside me. You gave me the impression that you were looking forward to going back to the town after a long time away. I asked about your parents, and you said, it's hard to talk about. I still want to see what the place is like now, even though none of my family lives there anymore. Not all my memories are happy. My father told us he had an affair. My parents divorced. My father moved to Singapore, where he works as a financial controller for a global energy company. My mother remarried and has a new family. I haven't had much to do with them in a long, long time. When we were halfway there, we stopped for petrol at a freeway service station. I reached into the glove box for my wallet, brushed your bare legs just above the knees, and tried to linger close to you. You smiled and gently put me in my place. I went to pay for the petrol. You went to the bathroom. When we got back into the car, I could not think of anything to say, but then you said, "She died in peace, in her sleep though, didn't she?" That's some consolation. Actually, there were question marks over her death. I was worried about telling you this, worried it would freak you out and disrupt the growing level of intimacy between us. I decided to be honest. I said, well, actually it's quite difficult to talk about. The police and the coroner are investigating. They aren't sure whether she accidentally mixed her sleeping pills with too much whiskey or if she killed herself. You stared straight ahead. I knew you didn't quite know what to say next. And I'll finish there with all these unanswered questions that you'll have to buy the book and read to find out what happens next.
Indeed, and thank you, Jon.